What's up, gamers? Your boy Beast Gamer Kuma, the galaxy's best bounty hunter. Okay, that's self-proclaimed. Don't at me. But we are here with this early access review of Killsquad. That's right. We got this 2 weeks in advance before the PlayStation 4 and PS5 released. So we got enough time to try it out, check it out, see what's the dealio. And honestly, it's already been out on Steam already. This is going to have full crossplay on release. So let's get into this review, shall we? Our butts belong to the Walla Corporation, as most of y'all do know. We are bounty hunters, so we are contracted to do what Mama has to say. And Mama is telling us to go out to the galaxy and take out some adversaries to earn that nice credit that we're going to use to maintain ourselves, our weaponry, and other things that we might need to survive. That's most important, don't you think? So, as you go through with the missions, you get to pick 5 amazing characters. Pick between those 5, because you can't be all of them. I mean, you could, but not at the same time. Me, I personally went after Zero, and I chose Cosmo. But we're going to focus on Zero for a bit, because he is the healer class of the group. And honestly, I'm all about being a support class, baby, when it comes to saving the galaxy. That's right. Zero is fashioned with rifles, and he has support gear to help out himself and other players. Now keep in mind that you can go through this game like Rambo and just take every adversary on by yourself, or squad up with other 4 characters or players and use your abilities to help out the whole squad. That's right, you either play solo or play as a team, and that's going to take up what you're going to do in your upgrade area, where you're going to have a certain amount of nodes, and as you level up, you will unlock more points in order to put those into the skill slots that you need to utilize and fight against the horde. You will have a certain amount that you can utilize. Some will take 2 slots, some will take 3. But just, see what works best for your character, both as a solo fighter or as a team player. Now, when you go through contracts, this is very, very important, bounty hunters. Read each contract carefully, because they will give you the tools that you need in order to survive and have an easy go around, because there will be 2 elements that it will tell you which is good and which is going to be bad. Now mind you, you'll have a slew of weaponry to use from, where you have fire, ice, electric, kinetic, and poison. They're all pretty powerful. And as you level up, they'll keep on remaining powerful. Even when the enemy is weak against it, you can still take them down. It's just going to take a little bit more tenacity. And you can use the R3 on the analog stick to switch between the 2. You only get the whole 2. And that gives you a better advantage, because if you find out the weakest weapon is going to be on that map, then just use a different weapon. So let's say, for example, fire is strong, ice is weak. So then go electric. As long as you keep the fire, go electric. But also, as you go into each mission, some enemies will still be weak against that other one that claims to be the weakest one to use in the mission. So it doesn't really matter, just go in and be careful. Just make sure you have the strongest weapon in the group. That's what I'm saying, to have when you go into the mission. And mind you, this is a loot goblin's paradise, because each mission you have to go around, scavenge. You might find resources, you might find special chests, you might find booby trap chests, and once you kill the enemies, it'll give you the real chest, which is pretty cool. I like those type of things. And of course, the chests that run away. There's a little pyramid robotic things that will pop up once you see a red dot on your radar. It'll pop up, and then it'll scurry off, and then you have to chase after it and take it down so you can get all the loot inside it. Sometimes it'll be health upgrades, sometimes it'll be other stuff. But it's actually a fun mechanic that I love through the years. The first time I witnessed that was in Golden Axe, where the little goblins that would try to rob you, then you'll kick them around and get the loot out of their bags. It's a fun mechanic. I definitely enjoyed that a lot. But I'm not going to spoil too much with the story-wise, but yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. As you go through each contract, you level up. Your vector is the one that will help you get through each map, but you also have a regular character leveling up. That's going to take a little bit more time. But the vector actually happens a lot faster, because it also goes by your equipment. The higher your equipment, the higher your vector will be, and then it'll tell you what's the recommended level that you're going to be able to take on. You'll start off as a recruit, so don't get distracted. This is where your training area is going to be. This is where you're going to learn your meat and potatoes, baby. And once you're done, level 40 is when you become a veteran. That's right, you get to go into the veteran path. Now, pay attention to every area because there will be certain stipulations that you'll need to unlock other areas. There will be like, tell you a certain quest that you'll have to do to unlock a certain skill, like mission tree area. And then, it's pretty up in the air from there. Once you go into veteran, that's when everything becomes more crazy ball to the wall fun. There is a Horde Coliseum mode that where you will need to unlock other items, especially for your talisman, which gives you great abilities. And I'm going ahead of myself a little bit. Like I said, you talked about the weapons. Now we got prototypes. We have gadgets, which are consumables, mind you. You have support items, prototype, perks, talismans, and as I said before, gadgets. Talismans are gonna be your real grindy areas to attain because once you equip one and you finally have found one, it'll help you find other talismans that'll give you different perks. Now, some of them will have say that you will have to go to a Coliseum to unlock 2 more of that item, which is a 10-round horde mode of waves that you have to survive. And oh boy, I made it to level 40 and I didn't make it. It was bad. It was like one of those last clutch missions that I got a little bit too greedy and I wasn't paying attention to my health. And I didn't have no more health to redeem myself, like to replenish myself. So yeah, I kind of got a little bit too greedy, but it's alright. Perks, all that will help you out to survive. And as you progress, you'll find more resources, which is also in the menu to show you what you might need or what you might already have. Also keep in mind that there is a shop, in-game credits, and I love this portion of this game where it's play to earn. And I love that because we get saturated with microtransactions, as most of y'all do know. So it's lovely to have a game that has none, and you just have to just play the game, earn the credits, and buy whatever's in the shop that you may need. And this is the good thing also, that the shop actually has more powerful weapons that you actually unlock from the game, which is pretty cool. Unheard of, but it's cool, and I like that. So if you need a better weapon to level up your abilities so you can take on a mission, cool, it's right there in the shop. And there's sometimes a time-free reset, so if you don't see the weapons that you want, you can hit that free reset and get your, new slot of weaponry to check out, or other items, especially get your gadgets ready. I highly recommend this corrosive gadget that bleeds green on the floor, and any enemy that walks through it, they will siphon their health and go into you. It's like a vampiric ooze, and I love that. There's also an arm ability and other health regen items that you can use in gadgets, but that's been my favorite. Sometimes you'll put on a prototype that takes over a slot in your gadget, which is mapped to the D-pad, and so that kind of can get annoying, but sometimes it works well, like you have mines or a turret gun. Now, the funny portion of this game, that since it's a twin-stick shooter, I didn't realize that it was a twin-stick shooter until 2 missions in, and I accidentally hit the right analog stick to push forward, and I noticed that I was shooting my guns. Before that, I was just hitting X, which is another option to use your weapon, but it felt like I was lacking in mobility a bit. So once I got the twin-stick shooters going, it felt like heaven all over again. I love that. Mobility is nice, dodging is great. With the L1 button, you can dodge. Then your other item slots are in your triangle, R2, L2, and R1. So like I said, depending on what your alt is going to be after you level up a decent amount. Like I got to level 45 until I unlock my alt for 0. Freaking fun, I don't know. But then we move on to the visuals. The visuals of this game is beautiful. I love a game that has both great visuals and great audio. It goes hand in hand to me because not only do you have great sound quality with the weapons, the kill animations, the great sounds of explosions, and even the gurgling sounds of the creatures, it gives you that immersive feel in this alien world. And going around the alien world is nice, even though it's kind of like linear in a way because you can go back, you can go up, down, but some things are blocked off, which is fine. It's like a dungeon crawler in a way, and it's great, and I love that, and especially when you get to the end boss fights, and they are so amazing to get into because each of them are different, and you can actually figure out the pattern. This has a roguelike feel to it, and I enjoy that. It's freaking fun. Then you got customization because who doesn't want to look sharp when going out on a bounty? Come on now, you want to look good. You'll get to unlock certain items as you progress. Some of them are timed event exclusives, like for Halloween or Christmas and all like that. But yeah, you can make the character unique for your playstyle, and I'm okay with that. I haven't unlocked that much. I unlocked the headpiece and arms, but I could see the other things that I can do, especially color swapping in his armor set, which is pretty cool. And being that it's made, I just love the fact that they put so much fun into this game, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. I was actually enjoying myself, and I spent a lot of time. There's a lot of replay value here, as you can always go back with a different character if you want to level them up and do the missions all over again, or you can just go back and help other people. I like that. There's a lot of open-endedness where you won't be bored and say, there's nothing else to do. There's always something to do, and I love that for this. The only thing I could say bad that I experienced was a few enemies that went through the map, but it didn't break the game. That was the good thing about it. They just died. They fell through the map and they died. And I was like, thank God, because sometimes I hate that when an enemy falls through the map and then you're stuck. You can't progress forward. Another thing is that dismantling weapons is cool and all, but I would have loved the feature to sell the weapon as well, especially if you bought it by accident. But I can see why they didn't do that, because you could definitely farm the money easily if you just redo the mission, get the weaponry, then resell it to bring your bank up. I get that. So the bad areas are not really that bad. It was just like, some things that you could patch. But yeah, like I said, there wasn't that too many things bad about this game. I had a great time and I enjoyed myself. And I want to actually squad up with more people and see the different interactions that I'll have and how we can tackle the missions a lot faster. Because right now, it's like 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how much of a loot goblin you are, to go through and find certain areas. And definitely fighting the monsters is pretty cool as well. But other than that, final thoughts. I'm going to give Killsquad a 4 out of 5 beastly paws. It's a great game. It's a game. And that's what I've been wanting for a long time, where a game is just a game, no weird microtransactions, nothing like no play to win style. But they could have did that, but they just wanted players to have an experience, and they done it, and I enjoy it. Yes, I got this game as a free copy, but that doesn't sway my review at all. I spent hours playing this game. I'm going around killing many weapons, trying to hit a dialogue from the different characters, which is quite funny, by the way. And even Mama, when they come on and tell us what type of things that we're going to have to deal with in monsters, the monsters are freaking top-notch, and I can't wait to see more of it, go deep dive, but I definitely want to get a crew going and dive more into the game. But other than that, right now there's a 65% off deal on Steam. Again, I'm not getting any royalties from that. I'm just telling you what it is, because originally it's what, $20 right now, which is actually a freaking deal when you think about it. Yo, it's $29.99, now it's 65% off, where it's $10.49 on Steam. But it will be live on PlayStation 4 and PS5 on July 20th, so check it out. And if you want to see more of the game in action, I will be streaming it on my Twitch channel this probably Wednesday night. Whenever you hear this video, definitely give me a follow, and we're gonna check this out live. Other than that, thank you all for checking out my review. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more news, previews, and reviews as they come along. Thank you again for that support, and I'll check you out next time. Peace out.